Yes, children. The next topic is about our vice president. So far, you learnt about president. Okay. So, for example, in our class we have one leader, and then next come the assistant leader. If the leader is on leave, all the responsibilities goes to the assistant leader. In the same way, the vice president, in the absence of the president, our vice president act that role. Dr. Radhakrishnan was the first vice president of our country, and there are small differences between the president and the vice president. Okay, the position, that is the first place, the first citizen of the country is the president. But here, vice president is not the subordinate one. It is also the post of union executive. Okay, you should not think that as he is the vice president, he don't have any power. All the power which applies for president is also vested with the vice president. In case if the president is not in session, the vice president act as a president. And election. Here, only the elected members of the parliament participate to president election. But in the vice president election, elected member as well as the nominated members of also can participate. That is the difference you should know. Okay, these are all not given in the book, but you should know as a thing. And next, nomination. 50% of the members should be the proposed, and 50% should second us for electing the president. Here in the vice president, 20 can propose and 20 can be the seconders. And oath taking. So every time we are as a leader, the oath taking takes place. For the president, Chief Justice of India take him to oath. And here oath is given by the president. For whom? Vice president. Okay, oath, that is Padavi Pramanam, oath taking. And when the president is not there, within 6 months a president post can be selected. But in USA, the vice president can be acted as a president till his own time. Now, let's go to the topic. What are the qualifications for the election as vice president? Same thing, just like a president, the vice president also must be a citizen of India. Okay, and he must have completed the age of 30 years, 35 years. Same thing. He must not hold any office of profit under the union or state government. That is, he should not be a public servant of the union government or the state government or local government. Once if these people come to work for the citizen of the country, they must be free enough to think about the people, and he should have the other qualification required to become the member of the Rajya Sabha. And election and term of the vice president, same thing. Vice president is elected by the people, but the method of indirect election, and he is elected by the members of an electoral college. I explained you about the electoral college, who are all the members of the electoral college, consisting of the member of both the houses of parliament. And the term of office, that is the duration of his period, is 5 years as applies to the president. And his office may terminate earlier than fixed term, either by resignation, death or by removal. Okay, he can resign by own resignation. His post can be vacant, or in the case of death or by removal. And he is eligible for re-election. Once his term of 5 years is over, he is eligible for re-election. And removal of vice president. The vice president may be removed from his office by a resolution of the Council of State passed by the majority of all then members of the council and agreed to by the House of the people. The same way, the president can also be removed only by the 2/3 majority of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, whereas in the vice president case, it has to be from the Council of State. And functions of the vice president. as a vice president he has to, and he is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. He regulates the proceedings of the house. Proceedings, that is the techniques and the way in which the house has to function, and he decides the orders of the house. He can issue any order and he has to decide it, and he decides the admissibility of resolution or questions. If any question or resolution is passed in the house, it is his thing to decide it, and he suspends or adjourns the house in case of the grave disorder. He has the power to suspend the house, and he issues the directions to various committees on the matters relating to their function. Suppose if the vice president is not satisfied with the functions or the matters related to different committees, he can direct them in a proper way. And when president is unable to discharge his duty due to illness or absence from the country, he attends to the functions to the president. Suppose the president is not able to do his duties or to perform his duties well, he can put a word to the president. When the president is unable to do so due to sickness, due to resignation or death by impeachment, the vice president can act as the president. In case these two are, both of them are not feeling well or not in the duty, the thing will be followed by the Supreme Court of the India, that is Chief Justice of India. So nothing different, much more important is with the vice president. This is enough for you now. And what is the main thing you have to learn is about to the president. What are the president? Who is the president? What are the qualification of the president? What is the procedure of election of the president? And what is the period of his time? And then powers: legislative, executive, judiciary, military, diplomatic, emergency power. Okay. And next is the prime minister, the central government. The next organ consists of the central government, that is legislative body. Here comes the parliament, two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Now about the prime minister, Article 74, there shall be a council of ministers with the prime minister as the head to aid and advise the president. In the beginning of the first lesson itself, I told one man cannot do any work successfully. So to run a government, a body of organ is working together for the better administration. So the prime minister, with the help of his council of minister, act. And the post of prime minister of India has adopted the Westminster model, and the constitution is not our own. Many provisions we have borrowed from other state. So we have borrowed the Westminster prime minister from the England. So it is called as the Westminster model of the constitutional democracy. What is democracy? You have learnt in your session. It is a form of government of the people, and it is made by the people, and it is for the people. Okay, purely by the people it is. So we have the freedom to elect our prime minister, president, everyone. And democracy, there are two types: direct democracy, indirect democracy. That all you can learn later. Now already you would have learnt, but to know about it more, I will explain in detail. Then the leader of the majority party in Lok Sabha is appointed by the president as the prime minister. Leader of the majority party, the party. There are types of bi-party, single party, multiple party. Okay, single party system, and diparticle system, and a multi-party system. We have multi-party system only. Each party constitute their head as their MLA or the MP. Who gets the majority vote, they becomes the leader. Okay, so the leader of the majority party in Lok Sabha is appointed as president, as the prime minister. The other ministers are appointed by the president on the advice of prime minister. So to run a government we have lot of list where we have to concentrate, that is union list, state list and concurrent list. Many departments, many defenses are allotted, so other members are appointed by them to take care on that. The salaries and allowances of the prime minister and the ministers are determined by the parliament. Ministers are individually as well as collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. And what are the functions of the prime minister? The prime minister decides the rank of his ministers and distributes various departments. The prime minister decides the date and the agenda of the meeting of the cabinet which he presides. Okay, cabinet, council of minister, everything. So whenever he want to conduct the meeting, he has to announce the date of the meeting and the agenda of the meeting, what are the points to be discussed in the meeting, that should be carried over by the prime minister. Then the prime minister is the head of the cabinet and the other ministers are his colleagues. The prime minister informally consults 2 or 3 of his senior colleagues when he does not convene a cabinet meeting. That is, he himself cannot take his own decision. He can have a consultation with his senior colleagues. The prime minister colleagues means his age group, peer group members or the ministers. The prime minister supervises the work of various ministers. It is the duty of the prime minister to have a check with the other ministers' work, to converse to the president all decisions of the council of the minister. So he acts as a link between the council of ministers and to president. The prime minister acts as the link between president and the council of minister. He is the leader of the nation and the chief spokesperson of the country. So the whole country is in his hands, so he is answerable for the citizen. Prime Minister represent our nation at all international conferences like the Commonwealth, Summit of Non-Aligned Nation and the SAARC nation. So he had a contact worldwide with the Commonwealth countries and the non-aligned nations and the SAARC nations also. He attended the meetings which was conducted by SAARC nations. Okay, and Council of Ministers. After the election, the President of India, on the advice of the Prime Minister, appoint the Council of Ministers. So when the election is over, it is the duty of the President of India, with the help of the Prime Minister, appoint the Council of Ministers. And the Constitution of the India restricts the number of the Council of Ministers, including Prime Minister, to 15% of total members of Lok Sabha. And kinds. What are the 3 categories of the ministers? The ministers are classified under the 3 rank. One is cabinet ministers, then second one is Ministry of State, and third one is deputy ministers. Cabinet minister, Ministry of State and deputy ministers. What is cabinet minister? They are informal body of the senior ministers who form the nucleus of administration. They are the central ministers. The whole administration takes by the cabinet ministers. The cabinet decides the foreign policy of the government, approves the international treaty and plays a significant role in the appointment of ambassadors to the various countries. So the cabinet ministers plays a major role of the administration of the country. All the treaties signed with the other countries and appointment with the ambassadors, everything is carried over by the cabinet ministers. And next, ministers of state. These ministers belong to the second category of ministers in the council. They do not participate in the meetings of the cabinet unless invited to do so. So when they are called by the cabinet ministers, they go and give suggestions to the cabinet ministers and deputy ministers. They are the lowest ranked ministers in the cabinet. Okay. What are the three ministers? Cabinet minister, ministers of state, and deputy ministers. Cabinet ministers, they play the main role of the government, and the ministers of the state, if they are called by the cabinet ministers, they can go and think they are called as the second category of the ministers. Then comes the deputy ministers. They are the lowest rank ministers in the cabinet. Okay, and next, parliament. We have parliament. What is parliament? Parliament is a house consisting of the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, two houses of the parliament. The two houses of the parliament is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. It is the legislative organ of the union government. The union government is having three organs: executive, legislative, judiciary. We have completed one part of execution, and legislative we are going now, and the next is judicial organ. So the parliament of India consists of three parts. They are president, Rajya Sabha. That is, Rajya Sabha is a Hindi word, Lok Sabha is a Hindi word. The English term is the Council of State and the House of the People. Rajya Sabha is the upper house and Lok Sabha is the lower house. It is termed as bicameral legislature. The Council of State or Rajya Sabha consists of 250 members. It is a permanent house, I told. Out of 250, 238 represent the state and the union territories elected by the method of indirect election. The remaining 12 members shall be chosen by the president from the person having special knowledge of practical experiences in the field of literature, science, sports, art and social service. This is the composition of the Rajya Sabha. What is it? It is a permanent house. It has the 250 members. Among the 250 members, 238 are elected as an indirect form of election by the state and the union territories. The remaining 12 is nominated by the president from different fields such as literature, science, sports, art and social service. Now, what are the qualifications to become the member of Rajya Sabha? And for this also, he should be a citizen of India. He should not be less than 30 years of age. He should not be hold any office or profit under any government, and he should be a person with a sound mind and monetarily solvent. Sound mind. He must be able to think clearly and take decision very boldly. Okay, he should not be a man of a dilemma, and he should be able to be strong in his mind, and he should have such other qualification as may be approved by the parliament for that reason from time to time, and he should not be the member of the Lok Sabha or any other legislature. And the term of house. President and vice president of our country, they have the period for 5 years. Here the Rajya Sabha members, their term of office is 6 years. So for every 2 years, they will become in the rotation. Okay. And now election. Election. So the procedure for election of the Rajya Sabha members. Members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the elected members of the state legislative assembly in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. I have explained you very clearly about the proportional representation, that is based on the ratio, and also about the single transferable vote. This process of election is called indirect election, as they are not elected by the people directly. While explaining about the election, I explained direct election and indirect election. Here the Rajya Sabha members are elected by the indirect method.